Sony, they got something important to show us. They got something important to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I am 24. This is my podcast, 24's Podcast, the best video gaming and sports podcast on the entire internet. Pause my music. Sony today will be revealing the prices and the details for the console. I have not seen it. This has been out for like 2 hours, I think. So probably everybody saw it. Now the world is on fire. Everybody's like, oh my God, the PS5 announcement, the details, the pricing, all that stuff. It's been revealed. Am I going to get a PS5? Are you going to get a PS? I don't know. I don't know the console details yet. I don't know the cost of it yet. Unpause my music. But there's been details about the console. Some people have speculated it's going to cost $600. Other people are like $300. I think it's going to cost like somewhere between $300 to $500, somewhere around there. If you just ask me right now. I already saw that they were going to have like a new Spider-Man like demo game thing. I cannot wait to see everything that they have to show us today. I'm going to cover like Microsoft and what they showed off a little bit last week. Microsoft doesn't really interest me that much. The Xbox Series Lite, whatever it's called, that kind of interests me, but I'm getting the same games on my PS5. I already said it, my PS5. I haven't even pre-ordered the damn thing. Like you pretty much get the same games on the PS5 over the Xbox Series X. So we'll get into everything right here on 24's Podcast. No delay. No more intro. Unpause it. Let's get it started. Let's see the PlayStation logo and all of its blue and semi-white glory. Okay. All right. I don't even know what's going on. Let's just fast forward through this. By the way, should also mention this. I'm going to be pausing periodically to talk about certain stuff that I see within the whole like gameplay thing. So I'm not just like I'm going to pause it. Just be prepared for this. Also, by the by, for some weird reason, Sony's like, you know what? Let's just not play the first couple minutes of our show with any audio whatsoever. So we're just going to stare at a bunch of explosions and flying stuff in silence. Is that too loud? My microphone? I don't know. It's not like I can change it. I remember seeing like all of these games like 2 months ago when the PlayStation reveal like had... Oh, there it goes. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I remember seeing like all those games that they showed off like 2 months ago when the reveal had happened, and I was like, oh, those are all interesting and fun games that I can't wait to play and see and stuff like that. And now I'm even more excited to see some of the games that they're going to show off today. Let's see. This is the new Final Fantasy game. This is Final Fantasy 16. Wait, is it the new Final Fantasy? Wait. Yeah. This is the new Final Fantasy game.
You all know the target.
Hold on, let me turn it up just a little bit. My bad.
There's dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
Gameplay.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
Gameplay.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
Please show gameplay. Here we go.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the back.
Jesus Christ, it's at 4. I'm like, it's at 480p. My bad.
Of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
Okay, let me pause it. So, the issue with having these, like, this is Square Enix to a T and to a fault. The issue with having these, like, really, really, like, just deep lore-based narratives within your game that nobody knows the context of these lores because you're creating new IPs and new stories and stuff like that. The issue with that is that as I am watching this trailer, this is essentially supposed to, like, get me excited for Final Fantasy 16, but because it doesn't expand upon the lore of any of the other games, like, because Final Fantasy is known for just not having continued games within the series, it's hard for me to understand what's going on or to be excited for it. And the gameplay looks literally like it ripped it off of Final Fantasy 15, which I didn't like the combat at all in Final Fantasy 15. So it looks like a cool game, but I don't know what I'm seeing right now. Let's continue forward.
We cannot defend our realm from the
Like, I don't know any of these characters, and it's obvious that these characters are supposed to have some type of a significance within the narrative, but I don't know who these people are. And they're like, this is an important character. This is important. Why? Or not why, but, like, this moment that's happening right now in the trailer is important. And I'm like, why? I don't know who these people are. I don't even know who I'm playing as.
The Blight.
I'd like to see some gameplay, though.
Dragoons. Imperial vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
It's the Archduke's son.
The Phoenix.
Joshua! Stop this!
On a fire. But that's impossible.
Oh my god.
The legacy.
Okay, so let me back up here for like a couple of minutes. So, if you're not on the up and up of Final Fantasy lore, there are these summons, these big summons that you have within the game. I think this is Iris or Isis. Not Isis. Ifrit. There we go. It's Ifrit. So, I think there's also another summon in the game that is the Phoenix, but, like, Ifrit is, like, the fire summon. He's like the devil, right, in the game, right? So, it seems like, just trying to infer here, that the main character of the game, based upon, like, what they were showing off, can summon the Phoenix, which can signal Ifrit, or, more specifically, he can turn into Ifrit. That's kind of what it looks like here. And yeah, that's 1000% Ifrit. Unless I'm just missing something completely. I guess. Which is it's pretty cool, but like my question is, right? And this was like the mind-blowing thing that happened in like Final Fantasy 15. You had these gigantic, really, really cool set pieces, but they weren't really used like at all in combat, right? So the main character, it looks like, turns into Ifrit in this, in this gameplay, right? Or in this trailer. Why can't you actually apply that to gameplay? So you're gonna have these gigantic, huge set pieces, but what happens if, you're fighting another summon? Because it looks like there are two summoned creatures or monsters. It was the ice one. It was the ice lady. I'm not gonna rewind all the way back because it's like a 3-hour-long show. But there's the ice lady in this trailer, and she was fighting, I think, against a rock summon. I don't know. I think it was Shiva versus somebody else. I can't remember who was the rock one. But the point is, it's like, okay, so Shiva is this gigantic summon. The rock creature is a gigantic summon. Ifrit is a gigantic summon. Do you turn into these summons and then start fighting on a large scale? Because that would be like another cool layer to the Final Fantasy universe, in my opinion. And I feel like it should be something that should be done. It's like, it's a layup. It's like, come on. Some of the stuff isn't hard. And then, when you beat summons, you tame them, and then you get to summon them and turn into them, I guess. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here.
The legacy of the crystals.
There it is, right? So it looks like he's either fighting Phoenix or, oh, I think I had it wrong. Ifrit was summoned here, and he's fighting the kid that turned into the Phoenix. That looks like actually what's going on. My bad. I thought he turned into Ifrit, but that's not the case. It looks like he's actually gonna fight him.
Has shaped our history.
That's Shiva. That's the rock creature.
Enough. I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do.
So yeah, even like the logo of the game is the Phoenix versus Ifrit, which is kind of cool. My only question is like, do you, maybe not my only question, but like my main question is like how's the combat? I didn't like the Final Fantasy 15 combat. I kind of liked Final Fantasy 7's combat, the remake edition. I kind of liked it. But I'm so sick and tired of like turn-based RPG combat and that style being in like action RPGs and stuff like that. Like, can it just be a little bit more simplistic where if I hit a guy like in critical spots, he'll go down easier and I have to like, I wish it was like Ghost of Tsushima or The Witcher 3 where the combat isn't so hack and slash, it's a lot more like tactical but also way more rewarding. Let's just finish this off. What is it? Does it have a release date? I love how it says PlayStation console exclusive asterisk also available on the PC. Oh my god, that's so funny. And it doesn't have a release date. I'm just gonna fast forward through this because it's just triangle, X, square, circle. The thing that I like about Sony as a company is that they try not to have like these, like they try not to explain a lot of stuff. They just freaking play gameplay and that's it. So all cinematic and gameplay footage you are about to see from this point in the show has been captured from PlayStation 5 systems. All right.
It's too cold to change out here.
Wait, is that's way too quiet. So this is the new Spider-Man game.
Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally.
That's still way too quiet.
Subway card, check. You got the house key?
Yeah, I got it.
Holy shit, that's quiet. I'm just gonna boost it all the way up.
Come on, we're gonna be late. Hey! Dude, I am so filling your suit with snow. Are you still wearing your suit?
Yeah, you know, just in case.
It's gonna be fine.
I wonder what happens to Peter in this game versus in the old game, or not in the old game, but in the 2018 game, because like you're playing as Miles, and obviously there's, you know, Peter Parker is still alive in this video game, but in this game specifically, you're playing as Miles a little bit past he got his powers. Well, actually, I don't know, because like even though he got his powers in the last game, he got a suit in this game, and he kind of seemed like he wasn't able to fully control his power. Like, the story is going to be very interesting for Miles Morales.
See, this is my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
Man, this would be great for the last beat I was working on. I should get back into mixing.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What do you think about Rio Morales?
I will say this. the artwork that they've done and kind of the environment of Harlem is pretty cool from like the street art. And they did this again with Spider-Man PS4, you know, back in 2018, where there was a fuck ton of graffiti in New York City. Like, and it just wasn't, you know, carbon copied. It wasn't like the same assets reused. It was like real graffiti that was spread out throughout certain parts of the city, and you could only go to certain parts to get certain style, not even style, but certain like artwork on the walls of buildings. And some were way taller than others. Some were like on the side. Some were like, you know, on the rooftops. Some were all like huge and on the side of like tall buildings. Like it was great. The environment of New York City that they created, Insomniac did in 2018, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do again in 2020.
You gonna vote for her? It's still hard to think of Mom as a politician. She's been a teacher my whole life.
Similar skill sets, right? Corralling people, educating them, making sure they don't throw things at each other.
Hi, I'm Brian Horton, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. We're excited to show you this first look at gameplay from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game, and we find Miles' new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground, a high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer, starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
I kind of wanted to see a little bit of the exploration in this game, because I felt like the web swinging was kind of solid in the last game, but it wasn't as quick as it probably should have been, to me at least. Considering like you have to freaking travel around Manhattan, it's like you got to get from one point or one tip of the island to the other. I felt like it was a little bit slower than it probably should have been, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it doesn't look like they're actually going to show me like the new web swinging. We'll see, or the old new web swinging.
Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
Isn't that like Dr. Otto Octavius? I'm getting some weird Otto Octavius vibes, like just tentacles just came out of her freaking hands.
Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry. Keep him busy.
Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me see that again. What happened?
That bridge is coming down! I have to stop this!
Oh my god! Oh wow, they fucking nailed it. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. They nailed the combat. And it was from jump two. It's from that first bang. It's that first snap. It's that pop. It's the first thing that Miles does. I mean, I don't know what her name is, but she freaking like tells her minion, finish him off, finish him off, finish him off. I fucking started it for you. You should be able to fucking finish it off. And Miles is like, I'm Spider-Man, bitch. Like, I'm Spider-Man. And I love, absolutely love I think it's called the spider taser, or it's one of his new abilities. It's one of the new it's one of the new powers that Miles has over Peter Parker. I don't know what it's called. It's the spider taser, and he fucking uses it all in his combos, all in his attacks, all in his abilities. It's all based upon that taser, right? That shock. And I mean, he first and foremost, the root of the combat is perfect. It's from 2018 Spider-Man combat. God of War came out that year. I felt that this combat was better. I felt that you unlocked a lot of stuff faster. I felt that the combat, you could chain combos better than in that game, because really, like, the combo resets are kind of like non-existent, and they kind of show it here where you can freaking jump, where you literally like uppercut everybody, but it's the static shock. It's the web taser. I'm gonna say static shock a lot here in this trailer because I'm a huge Static Shock fan. But he freaking launches, like, I think 6 or 7 people in the air, and he hits them in the air. And I mean, it's exactly what you would have wanted to see from Spider-Man, from this version of Spider-Man. Maybe not Peter Parker, obviously not Peter Parker Spider-Man, because this isn't his power, but from Miles. You would love to see this from him. And I mean, the thing that surprises me the most, I don't know if you played the other game, how much he can focus on a lot of the different things a lot of the different targets in this game. It's kind of hard, or it was kind of hard, to focus on just one individual foe sometimes, especially in situations like this when they would swarm you. But in this new gameplay, especially like right there, for example, Miles, I think it's just a combo streak, and he hits this person and he knocks him out. But then what he does here is he focuses right there on that person, and then he just guns it towards him, and he throws him off a bridge. It's awesome. And then, by the way, I don't know if you heard, but the soundtrack is different. It's a lot more hip hop. It's a lot more drums and kicks and snares and stuff like that. I'll let you listen to a little bit of it. Right, kick and the snare. But then he even, like, he uses his shock as a uppercut. Where is it? It's a little bit after this. Oh yeah, and he also uses it as like a bum rush, like an opener to his attack. And here it is, bang, right there, like a pulse almost, really. And it stuns people too. Like, watch, let me show you. Like, it's gonna stun this guy right here. Watch him, bang, and it even kind of highlights him to show. At the very, it looks like it highlights to show, like, hey, this guy right here is gonna get stunned if you, like, hit him with your stun, right? Like, notice how this guy's highlighted, this guy's highlighted, this person isn't, this person isn't. So I'm guessing this is to show the AoE, the area of effect of your pulse, right? Like, notice this guy isn't highlighted, these two are. Bang. Look who it affects. The guy that you hit and this guy. And he's stunned. Fantastic job by Insomniac. I mean, what games are coming out this year? Cyberpunk, Doom Eternal. Not games that just came out this year, but games that have come out. Cyberpunk, Doom Eternal, this game. Like, this is probably going to be one of the best games of the year, depending on, like, how much time did they put into it. You know, because it's only been 2 years since the last Spider-Man game that's been out. But, I mean, look at this. Check this out. Same combat system, right? With the web shooters, you have a specific amount of webbing with your character, with Miles. This is kind of your shockwave, and I don't necessarily know how this feeds into your combos, but he even has camouflage as well, which they'll probably show a little bit off later on. I know we're kind of like going over the exact same gameplay, and we're rewatching the exact same gameplay, but there's a lot of fantastic stuff that's in this one piece of gameplay that they've had, and I think it may be just 20 seconds, that is starkly different from what they showed, not even what they showed, but what they had in the original game, on top of a lot of the base foundation that you find within the last game. And again, they even have how you detect things with spider sense as well, where that white bar is kind of tracking towards you, and once it hits red, they're going to shoot. Bang, he dodges. And then he even slows down time too. All right, let's turn on the music. Let's get it going again. Like, to be honest with you, there's so much stuff going on the screen that it's almost hard for me to follow it. Like right here where he's about to blow this guy up. Like it's kind of like he's in a sprinter stance and he gets a running charge and he just trucks this guy, right? Like you couldn't tell me, like I can't tell you what happened with Miles. I don't know what happened, right? The ground slam and then the bang. Like where did he go? I don't know.
People are trapped over there. I have to push past these guys.
Damn. So the cool thing about the first Spider-Man game was that there were these cool set pieces where it made you feel like a superhero, right? It had you as Spider-Man, you know, web up a crane and stuff like that, and save the city of New York City as you're chasing down a helicopter through the streets, right? And it seems like they're trying to go with that here again, where one of the gameplay mechanics, or maybe not one of the core mechanics, but a gameplay mechanic and design is, you know, you're gonna save some people and you're gonna, you know, do some pretty heroic stuff.
People are trapped over there. I have to push past these guys.
But then he just goes camo and they're like, oh, where did he go? Where did Miles go?
Where is he? Kill you!
And it looks like you can use it in combat too, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if there's going to be any enemies that are going to have like some ability to be able to detect Miles, his camo later on in the game, or is it just like he can just disappear and then reappear like he's frickin' Houdini?
Don't let him cut you!
He fights very similarly to Peter Parker, but again, he has his own style.
Help! Help! No.
Here's the big heroic set piece where Miles is going to save the day.
Everybody get out!
Pretty freaking sweet. Hold on, let me see that again. Because there's a little bit of the web swinging, and I think they did what I was talking about, where it's like, it seems like Miles actually is moving a lot faster. And by the way, if you played the last game, you know like how bad the dive bomb was and kind of how irrelevant it was to building up speed, and how there was a little bit of a stutter when you dove and came out, and it seems like everything is smooth. Everything is smooth. He even uses, by the way, because I played the previous game extensively, he does use a lot of Peter's old animations, but it's fine. Like that is an old animation. These are kind of old animations, but still, it's like, it's Miles.
Everybody get out! No! Don't worry, I got you!
Get him, Miles!
Thank you. Man!
Get up there.
Those people! They're trapped! I've got an idea.
So there's this scene in Spider-Man Homecoming where Peter tries to literally do the exact same thing, but on like a ferry boat. And it's, again, to demonstrate, like, hey, in this video game, of course, that this isn't like some dude that's just gonna beat up on people. This is a dude that's, you know, gonna save the city and save people. And it's a part of the game. I wish that it was a little bit more organic instead of with a bunch of like cinematic pieces and quick time events, but it's to show just like how big and how the scale of things. Like you're saving people from a bridge, right? So, you know, it's fine.
Need something they can cross. No! I can stop this!
Very similar to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh my God!
For the audio listeners, Miles Morales just pulled 2 parts of either the Williamsburg Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge. He's in Harlem. So he's like Upper East Side, I think. Like I don't know the bridge, but he just pulled 2 freaking parts of the bridge together. And they're on like this 18-wheeler like trailer, and they're running across, and the music picks up. And again, it's to show that Miles Morales is a freaking superhero, and I absolutely love it. I gotta see it again. Show it to me again. I want to see it again.
Just a little closer.
Miles is so awesome. Get down there, Miles. I wish you were doing this in the game instead of watching it, but again, it's cool. And there's your instrumental. I don't know, what is it? Like kicking the steering. I don't know what it's called. That's it? I wanted to see more. Are they not going to show more? They're not going to show more. Let me kind of finish that off with some final thoughts about the game. Yeah, it looks like the PS5. First and foremost, check out how cool fucking the city looks. I can't really tell that. I won't say I can't tell that it's next-gen graphics and stuff like that, but just some of the stuff that they were doing with this game when it comes to the gameplay, I really, really liked. Especially the new combat, where they're going around. And I know I said I wasn't gonna like rewind that much, but it's like this is still fantastic. But like the going around and using the paralysis ability, yeah, like it so perfectly tunes in with his combos and his combat especially, and how he he's Spider-Man, so he doesn't fight like Batman. He can jump higher than Batman. He has super strength. He has super speed. Maybe not super speed, but like agility. He has the spider sense. He has all this crap. Like, he can do a lot more than other superheroes can, even Peter. And you kind of get to see it. Not kind of. You do get to see it a lot in this gameplay trailer, and I really, really liked it. I liked it. Insomniac just freaking hit it out of the park. And it's coming out at the end of this year. Like, it said holiday 2020. It may, maybe not. But it sounds like it. It definitely sounds like it's coming out at the end of this year. And I thought that it was just going to be like, this is going to be a good game. This may be like Insomniac's better game in the last couple of years. All right, we got another one. Oh, this is the Harry Potter game. Please be good. Please be good. Please, dear God, I am such a Harry Potter fan. Please be good.
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history. That common bond we share is the legacy of Hogwarts. Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls.
So this isn't Harry's story. This is Hogwarts late 1800s. This isn't even going to be Dumbledore's story, because I think he was born in like 1920. Please be good. Dear God, please be good. I have been waiting for another good edition of Harry Potter. And please, for the love of God, don't be VR. Be like an actual console game that I can play. Please be good.
And quite possibly shape the future of the wizarding world. Every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story of witches and wizards who came before. Here you will meet lifelong friends and grow into your own magical abilities in the classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take? The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
And it's coming out next year. I kind of wanted to see if they had anything to show off. I think this may be an MMO light-based game, maybe. It kind of looks like it, but it's definitely going to be an RPG. Like the final bit of like, you know, your choices will define Hogwarts' legacy, like that. It's like, oh, it's a clear reference to it being an RPG. I kind of wonder, like, it's interesting because it's like, is this going to be like Xbox One and like, is this going to be like cross-generational? Because it kind of like, I don't see why it would be exclusively on the next-gen console. Or consoles, to me at least. But it doesn't look like you're playing as a specific person. It looks like you're just playing as yourself. Like, it looks like they kept on, like, this part right here with the girl and she's interacting with the creatures and stuff like that. Like, the character models in the game, they change constantly. Like, constantly. Over and over and over and over and over again. Which makes me believe that, in this part right here when you're flying with Pegasus, holy shit, this looks so cool. But all of this, like, it implies to me that this is going to be a game where you can create your own character, where you can have your own adventures, where you can... this is what everybody's wanted in a Hogwarts game for, like... Not in a Hogwarts game, in, like, a Harry Potter game for, like, the past, like, 20 years. Like, a real adventure for your character that you can explore. I don't know anything about this game at all because, like, this is all, like, cinematic trailers and a little bit of gameplay here and there, I would assume. But it looks, maybe not looks, but sounds really, really interesting. And I wish that they had, if the game is coming out in 2020 or 2021, I, like, wish there was just a little bit more gameplay. Just a little bit more gameplay. Just show me more gameplay! To me, at least. But, you know, for a lot of people, that's enough. It's not enough for me. Is it exclusively on PS4 or PS5? I don't think so. It would have been like, we're gonna have the Hogwarts freaking IP exclusively on PS5. It's like, no. It looks interesting, but I want to see more. We're about to see more.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Vondrak, Creative Director at Raven. One of our goals as developers is to bring the game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen. With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, to how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around you. In Black Ops Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981, in the middle of one of the most dangerous times the world has ever known, the height of the Cold War. The following is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in true Black Ops style, nothing is as it seems. Take a look.
Qasim is out of the picture.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Airfield's just up ahead. Let's go find this shithead.
Priority is to ID Arash before things go hot.
I don't really know what the gameplay developer said when he was talking about what he can do with the PS5, but I mean, kind of like what I was talking about with Spider-Man, it's like it kind of looks like a PS4 game, and I think it will be released on the PS4.
Mason, check it out.
Incoming truck, left side.
Arash might be in the truck.
I can't make out his face yet. I don't want the fuck? He just iced everyone in a truck. That's gotta be Arash.
Hold fire. We need a positive ID. That's our man. Take him out.
Shit! We missed him! Can't let him get away!
Okay, this looks like Call of Duty. Oh, wait, my bad. Alright. Yeah, this looks like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Call of Duty. I'm like, do we honestly need to see this? It's like, I mean, that's a lot of gameplay, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or a lot of snippets of gameplay. Alright. Oh, yeah, the Call of Duty Alpha, play for free. Nominal fee required to access. Okay, in Germany and Japan. Well, I'm fucking American, so. On to something else, because it's literally Call of Duty. Oh, God.
All clear. Come on, move! Chris? What the hell? Take him away.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, you give glory. Mother Miranda.
It's just a local tale.
I was like, isn't this the new Resident Evil game? But I don't know anything about Resident Evil, so I was like, I'll just kind of keep silent and quiet as I watch this, because I have no idea what's going on.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
All right. Nothing really to say there. This is their new game, 24 Hours to Kill, where you're essentially playing as two people trying to kill each other. Oh no, this is a different game.
You want out of a time loop, you gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist.
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Oh no, this is the game.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you!
Their audio isn't synced up. It's not my fault. It's theirs.
What the hell? I am trying to focus, you son of a bitch!
I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives. Because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Gold, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it, it works!
That he makes every morning, unless I get there first. No experiment, no breakthrough. No reason for Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got a shot at killing them both at the same time, in the same loop.
Is that Wolf? Hey, Wolf! It's time to hunt pig! Wolf! I'm talking about you, baby! Come on, Blake!
Targets on my list, every one of them with grand plans for eternal life. To break the loop, I gotta break the rules. Clock's ticking.
And you just ran out of time. You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
You know what? The game, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of like down on it when it had come out. But like the notion that you're constantly hunting down people and in a day, right? And during that day you're supposed to kill like all 8 of them, and what you do and understanding like what not loop, but like where do they go and what they do, and influencing that means that you can potentially have 2 people in one place at one time and you can wipe them both out to try and complete the loot. Like that seems really, really interesting to me. Like I didn't know that that's like what they had envisioned for the game. The gameplay actually looks really, really cool as well, which is why I didn't say gameplay like 5 bajillion times when the trailer came out. Or not when the trailer came out, but when they were like running through that piece of gameplay. But yeah, like it was really, really interesting to see the shooter aspects of it, as well as like it seems like what does it seem like? I'm trying to remember. BioShock. That's kind of what it seems like to me. A little bit BioShocky. It looks really, really good though. I love how, again, it always has the asterisks. It's like Xbox now. Like, they're now like Xbox, where they're like, this is a PlayStation console exclusive. Also available on PlayStation or on PC. It's like, then why would you want to get a PS5? It's like, if you have PC, it's like, oh, you're covered. Except when it comes to Spider-Man, because apparently that's not a PC game, right? I'm not sure. It's like, what's the point of owning a console if you can freaking play the game on PC? Oh, is this Street Fighter? Is this Street Fighter?
That day, if our positions were switched...
No, it's not.
Would our fates be different? Would I have your life? And you mine?
Oh, this is, yeah. DMC.
You a demon?
And it's just gonna be like the PS5, the next gen console of the of last year's game. I was like, isn't this like it looked like freaking like Street Fighter for like 2 seconds. And I was like, wait, is this DMC? Yeah, it is. All right. Show me something that I haven't seen. Like the pricing.
Fugitive morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it looks like.
Bad karma for burning down my farm.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, creative director of Oddworld Soulstorm, and we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game. Here, our unlikely hero, Abe, finds himself fresh off the back of freeing his people from the nefarious Rupture Farms. He thinks the journey is over, but soon discovers...
Yeah, this is the weird, like, 2D/3D game. 2D/3D, like, platformer. I'm not, like, that big into platformers, so I'm kind of going to fast forward through it. Yeah, this is like the 2D, 3D platformer. It kind of looks a little bit like a trailer with some gameplay in it. Again, like some of the set pieces are kind of cool in this like trailer gameplay thing. But you know, like I've seen enough. All right. Let's move on to something else.
Your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please, come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together? It won't happen again.
Oh, this is Five Nights at Freddy. Like the bear, like that's like the logo. So they made a full like released game for this like game.
It was just a glitch.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
Yeah. I'm glad that the audio isn't synced up with the video, or else I actually would have probably been just a little bit scared. But it's not my fault. It's your fault.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from
This is Demon Souls.
its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
I'm gonna fast forward through this because this is literally just Dark Souls, Bloodborne. I have seen this gameplay, literally the exact same gameplay before. It actually, it's actually different because I think it's like, yeah, you're just destroying people. Like usually it would be a couple of slashes. It wouldn't just be like this easy to destroy this, like all these people, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, I'm just watching it on like 2x speed, and it's literally like them just like jogging through a level and murdering people. Yep. For fans of this series, this is like a huge deal, but for me, I'm like, I've seen this shit way too much. Oh, here we go, a boss fight. Yeah, this is Demon Souls. It's Dark Souls. I may have even gotten the title of the name of the game wrong. Yeah, there it is. You died. Yeah, that's exactly like Dark Souls. / Bloodborne. Yep. Yeah, I was right. It's Demon Souls. Demon's Soul. All right. Oh god, this is Fortnite. I'm gonna fast forward through this as well. I'm like, as soon as I saw the lake, I was like, yeah, that's Fortnite. Alright. Wait, they have cars and trucks now in it? Oh, and literally the advertisement was like, you can play Fortnite at launch, which... Alright. So, now I'm just gonna fast forward through the rest of this stuff, because it kind of is an advertisement. So, is there any, like, audio on this? Like, any, like, voiceover? No, it's not. So, I'll just fast forward through this as well. So, they're marketing, like, PlayStation Plus, because, like, I have no reason to play PlayStation Plus unless it's, like, a multiplayer game. What's the benefit for the PS5? Is it, like, an exclusive, not an exclusive, but is it, like, an instantaneous, like, collection of video games from the PS4 on the PS5? Because that'd be pretty sweet. That'd actually make the subscription worth it. Sorry for hitting my microphone so many times. Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy 15, Fallout 4, Mortal Kombat, Uncharted 4, Ratchet and Clank, Days Gone, Until Dawn, Detroit Become Human. Is it just all of these games are available on on PlayStation Plus? Please tell me you also have The Witcher. Like, you can't have Batman Arkham Knight and not have The Witcher, you know? It's like, that's a little bit oxymoronic. Persona. Awesome. Oh, they don't have Persona. That sucks. So I'm guessing you get all of these games day one, week one, if you're a subscription, or if you're a subscriber of PlayStation Plus. Oh, fuck. My bad. Yeah, it looks like this is what it is. Like, you enjoy a selection of Generation Divine PS4 games, access the entire collection on your PS5 at launch. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm like, that's pretty good. I wish they had the exact same thing for PS4 when it came to the PS3, because there are some pretty dope games on the PS3. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty freaking sweet selection. Wait, do I still have it on 2 times? Yes, I do. Alright, here we go. This looks like the actual, like, price of the console. And by the way, everybody is probably, like, everybody knows what it is. I don't. I would guess, because I saw an article that the Slim price without the disc drive is like $300, and the PS5 with the disc drive is $400. Or not. No. It's $399 and $499, so it would be $400 for the non-disc drive one, and No. I already fucked up like twice. $399 for the non-disc drive one, and $499 for the disc drive. So the console would cost somewhere between $400 and $500, respectively, of course. I wish the actual freaking stream was synced up, but because it doesn't look as cool without it being synced up. Oh, November 19th. Wait. Hold on. Oh, check that shit out. November 12th. I think it's the exact same date. Hold on. Hold on. Let me look it up on this tab. Wait, where is it? Isn't that literally the exact same date? Xbox. What is it? Series X. What is it? Release date? Isn't it on like the same, like, no, it's 2 days after. Oh. That's interesting. Yeah. That's it?
So now you know. Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey. It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation, we appreciate your continued support, and we look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon. To close, let me leave you with one more quick look.
Time draws near.
This is God of War, right? Yes. Hold on, no. You have to show me something. Give me something. I was like, because I heard that Cory Barlog put something weird on Twitter yesterday. I was like, this is God of War, 1000%. You got to show me something. You got to show me something right here, right now. Show me something with God of War. Show me something.
You must prepare yourself.
Oh, oh my God! Please show me something! Oh God, no! Oh God, dang it! They didn't show me. I wanted to see whatever they had to show off with God of War Ragnarok. That is a fucking awesome name for a game, by the way. Yeah, Sony's loaded. Sony, whatever they're gonna do, or not whatever, we essentially know what they're gonna do for the next couple of years. It's essentially Spider-Man, God of War, Hogwarts, probably gonna be released on Xbox. This game, Final Fantasy 6. I have no idea what this is. What is this? I don't know. Even they don't know. They're not gonna show me it. But once again, what is that? What is this? Oh yeah, this is the car. That was the car racing game. This is the car racing game where you can like run around on. It kind of reminds me of Sunset Overdrive, where like you're in a car game, or it's like bumper cars with like fast cars. Except when your car breaks down and it shuts down, then you can run around and do shit like this, for example. Yeah, this does look very, very similar, to freaking Sunset Overdrive. No idea what this is. Isn't that Pokemon game? Or the game that's better than Pokemon that steals everything from Pokemon? I don't know what half of what they're showing me is right now. I think that's Godfall. That's the Gun Loop game. That's DMC. Odd Worlds. Is that Fortnite? What is that? I don't know what that is. That does look like Fortnite. What is that? Call of Duty. I don't know what any of this... Oh, I know what some of this is, but it's... The gameplay is new, which is why I'm like, why wouldn't you show off some of the gameplay that you literally didn't show off? Little Big Planet. Oh my God, that looks awesome. Ratchet and Clank, they showed off as well. Isn't that supposed to be released this year as well? Jesus Christ. Horizon Zero Dawn, the new game. I completely forgot that they have that game that's coming down the pipeline. Jesus Christ. They freaking just loaded up. They absolutely loaded up on games and on what they had to show off today. Like, that was fantastic. except for the parts that I kind of had to fast forward through because I wasn't that interested in some of the games. But yeah, the new Hogwarts game, the new God of War game coming out next year when we're already in September, so this year is almost over. That game coming out, Cyberpunk being released. It's interesting that it's going to be released 2 days after Xbox, because after the Xbox One, if you do the math, right? So the Xbox One, it's going to be released, I think, in the second week of November. Yeah, the second week of November, November 10th. And then the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X. They need a new name for that damn console, like an abbreviation or something. But the Xbox Series X, it's going to come out November 10th. And then on November 12th is the PS5. So it's the Thursday of that week. And then that next week, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to come out on that exact same Thursday. So literally, you're going to get, like, I don't know what console, not what console, but what game is going to be released for both those consoles. But assuming that it's, like, Sony is probably going to release a Spider-Man game November, December. Maybe Ratchet & Clank around there as well. And then for both those consoles, fuck, man. Cyberpunk, you just buy it on the old generation and then you put it in your freaking PS5 and Xbox Series X and you get to play it on the next gen. I'm very excited for the next generation of console. I'm not excited to spend $500 on the freaking PS5, but yeah, very excited for the next generation of console. This has been 24. Remember to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe for more. Gonna be coming back on Friday with another, like, podcast, kind of, depending on where you're listening to this podcast. I'm going to have another podcast talking about Cyberpunk 2077 and the one of the new Night City Wire events. Cyberpunk, the official Twitter account for Cyberpunk 2077 tweeted something out today saying, like, they're going to not talk about music today or Friday, thank God, because, like, as much as I'm interested in the music and the artists that they're going to have on, like, in Cyberpunk 2077, excuse me, because they actually have, like, legitimate artists like Run the Jewels, Grimes. They have a band performing as, you know, as a samurai. Like, they have legitimate musicians and artists being musicians and artists, excuse me, in this video game. And as cool and as exciting as that is, I care more about gameplay than the music. No disrespect to the musicians, but they apparently changed something up within the episode, and apparently it's going to be something different, and it's not going to have music in it. It's going to have something else. And it's also going to talk about the gangs in Night City, and they released this new screenshot of the Quadra Turbo, just it's the Quadra Turbo, and it has, like, Mox coloring and stuff like that. Like, I can't wait for Friday. But that's the podcast. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and RadioPublic. Pretty much where you can find any podcast, you can find my podcast, 24's podcast. I'll see you tomorrow.